7 seconds, it's going down.
We are the creamy spice. The cream always rises up. We all got sequel. The man's game is peak.
Yo, peace and blessings. You already know what it is. Imam_OG. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Go check out some other videos. Check out the playlist, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we're gonna get into this video real quick, man, and I'm supposed to be looking over here right now. And this is about the fire in Brazil. Burned down the whole museum that's housing all indigenous artifacts from the Americas. You know what I'm talking about, where they got the Luzia woman. Well, she like 11, 12,000 years old. So-called Negroid, look like one of our aunties. I'm gonna edit, boom, put it on the screen. And then you got Luzia the woman, that's what it's called. So you could Google that, look that up, research that. 12,000-year-old auntie, you know what I'm saying, of ours, you know what I'm talking about? But we're gonna check out this video because they was gonna test her for the DNA, and look, remember they can only do the whole so-called genealogy shit on the living. So, you know what I'm saying, when they doing a DNA test, all they did was take whoever living in Africa right now, they got their DNA. And if your DNA match up with somebody over there, you know what I'm saying, this is what they saying amongst the people that they done selected to take the whoever DNA they got on file, because they don't have everybody fucking DNA, you know what I'm saying? And they keeping y'all shit. And they probably gonna clone y'all and turn y'all into some fucking robots. They know they got some followers, you know what I'm saying, because you believe that the fucking test is true, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. He's saying that it's a guess, or it's our best guess, and we assume, you know what I'm saying, and all this hypothesis is what it is, conjecture, you know what I'm saying, is what it is, bullshit, you know what I mean? But they gonna get your motherfucking DNA because you's a follower following for that shit, and your motherfucking soul gonna be trapped in a sex robot for 1,000 years, nigga. Or you could just start doing some research on who your ancestors are now. Start tracing back. Ask your grandmother now. You know what I'm saying? Find out now, bro. Start asking around. You start with yourself and go far back as you can. You know what I'm saying? Any nigga shit say black this, the nigga's an agent. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I know nigga be looking at my page like, it say Imam, that nigga probably an agent, that nigga probably on that more shit, man. I ain't on none of that, dog. Imam mean a leader. The highway could be an Imam, my nigga, because it's a way, you know what I'm saying? Lead the way, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? So, that's what it mean to me. Because I'm definitely that. You can call me chief, but don't call the police, you know? Let's get to this video, man. All right. Let me give you a little background real quick. Massive fire destroyed Brazil's 200-year-old National Museum. Its collection contains some 20 million items. 20 million items, including many century-old artifacts. And this the journalist, boom. We're gonna check out the news program.
The Smithsonian here in Washington has joined the long list of institutes offering to help with recovery efforts, but many of the artifacts in this collection simply cannot be replaced. Journalist Marita Bittencourt joins us from Rio de Janeiro. Welcome. One of the great losses, of course, she alluded to it, is the first Brazilian. It's described as the crown jewel in the museum's collections, a 12,000-year-old fossil, the first human fossil found in Brazil. Talk to us about the importance of that loss and some of the other items that were lost in this tragedy.
Well, this one is really important because it was found in 1975 by a French archaeologist, and it was the oldest fossil, human fossil, in the Americas. So it's something really priceless. It's a very sad day for us here in Brazil. Everybody is in shock. We also had a very emotional link to this museum. I was born here in Rio. My children were born here. Everyone loved that museum. Everyone who went to the zoo went to the museum as well. They are close by. So it's a very sad, sad day for us. It's tragic. There was an anthropologist that compared this loss to the birth.
All right, y'all see that? I thought I was gonna have to upload a picture, but there it is. 12,000-year-old American. South America, 1975. Why ain't nobody pumping that up to you? They found that in 75.
Of the library in 48 before Christ. So I think we have many other, the collection of invertebrates was lost. I think only 10% was not lost. So it's really tragic. What can we say? And it could be prevented. It could be prevented. There was a funding that was approved, 20 million reals funding that was approved by BNDES, our development bank, in June when the museum completed 200 years. And it was the first part of the first amount of that money was supposed to be given to the...
These motherfuckers got everything. Pharaohs, meteorites, 12,000-year-old niggas, and they done burnt it all to the ground. Ain't it funny? Right as we waking up to the fact that we indigenous, like damn, we ain't from Africa.
Wool up, nigga. Wool up, wool up, wool up. Just wool up.
Nigga, they got you niggas doing voodoo, sacrificing chickens, worshiping motherfucking demons.
Yeah. Grandma used to say, boy, what got into you? Yeah. I had demons inside like a ritual.
Oh, this is your ancestors. Secret orders, all types of wicked shit, my nigga.
Ritual. Make your soul and your flesh like a ritual. Yeah. Think I
so you can see how hard motherfuckers working for us not to know the truth of who we are. But hey man, let's go to the Brazil Museum where they got 20 million artifacts of the indigenous in the Americas. You know what I'm saying? 12,000-year-old Luzia woman. Oh, it burnt up. 2018. 2018, it's burnt up, my nigga.
That's a very sad irony because they were supposed to gear up the equipment to prevent fires. And that was everybody was worried about this. One vice director said that every day before he left the building, he would unplug everything in his office because they knew there was a danger of fire. So it's very sad that we didn't have time to avoid this tragedy for our culture, for...
Okay, now look at that, man. Y'all see that? Let's bring that back.
Every day before he left the building, he would unplug everything in his office because they knew there was a danger.
He unplugged everything in his office because they knew it was a danger. Oh man, make sure y'all turn off everything in this motherfucker because it might burn to the ground. Where they do that at? Imagine every time you leave your house, you had to unplug everything and all that, turn off everything, or that motherfucker might burn. You see this fire? This really why I pause it. I talk too much. Somebody said in my comments I talk too much, so I just want to take a moment and go to hell. Look at this fire, man. Look at this. What is this? This like a movie fire, my nigga. Look at that. All you see is fire in every window. What is on fire in there burning like that? Government facing criticism that blaze was preventable. They burnt that motherfucker up. So y'all forget I survived Ferguson. So I already know how the white people come in, burning niggas shit up and being like, oh damn, what happened? What happened? So sad. That fire right there is some, what's the word? What's the word for it, man? Somebody put it in the comments, the word that makes shit burn up fast. There's some burn up fast on there, man. Look at that.
Fire. So it's very sad that we didn't have time to avoid this tragedy for our culture, for our science, for our history. And at least the facade of the building is still there. It's a very important building because it was home for the royal family. They lived there. So, but most of the collection was lost, and that's a shame. I, as a Brazilian, as a journalist, I really feel very ashamed and sad today.
Yeah, and Marita, I had heard, you mentioned it's an old building dating back to 1818, and about people unplugging items because they were fearful.
1818. This motherfucker done survived 200 years. And as soon as niggas on YouTube talking about, oh, we Aboriginals, we indigenous to the Americas, they burn up the royal family house to hide the shit. This is how serious it is. This the royal family house, right? Ain't that what they say? 200 years old, right? 1818. They burnt it to the ground to hide this shit. Burnt it to the ground.
I'd also heard that there wasn't a sprinkler system there because it was old. Is that true as well? I mean, there was probably efforts that could have been made over the years, as you said, money aimed for this, that could have probably prevented a lot of this tragedy.
Yes, sure. There was even an amendment. There was something that was approved by the representatives in Rio. Back in 2014, I was reading about, I just read about that it was approved, but the money was not implemented, was not used. So it was something that passed in Congress back in 2014, and nothing happened.
2014, nigga, 4 years, y'all didn't hook the sprinklers up? In the fucking museum, 200-year-old house of royalty, so-called. 20 million priceless artifacts.
Money was not given to the museum. Of course, we have to think about the economic situation of Brazil. We were leaving very slowly a long period of recession. It was the worst recession in our history, so that coincides a little bit with this money that wasn't given to the museum because it started in 2014, this recession. We are not in the recession now, but the recovery is very slow.
Hold on, bring that back. I'm bullshit. Look at that. Boy, they done burnt that motherfucker to dust, to dirt, to mud. Look at that. Boy, they burnt that motherfucker. That didn't catch fire. That big-ass castle didn't catch fire like that. Look at that.
This recession. We are not in the recession now, but the recovery is very slow. So everything has to do with money, unfortunately. Now they are releasing 10 million reals, and they are asking for international help to help the collection. I don't know what they're going to do because everything's lost. The dinosaur is lost. We had the biggest dinosaur in America that was ever found in America, the skeleton. It was lost too.
Wool up, nigga. Wool up, wool up, wool up. Just wool up.
Dinosaur in America. Know about the dinosaurs in America? With the 20,000-year-old niggas. Niggas and dinosaurs. That's what we're going to call this. It might be offensive if I call it niggas and dinosaurs. Niggas and dinosaurs. Sound like a mixtape, don't it?
Niggas and dinosaurs.
Ha! Holocaust from the land of the lost. Behold the pale horse, hawk court. Follow me, Wu-Tang gotta be the best things in Starks and Clark Wallabies. African killer bee.
So it's really, really sad. It's a tragedy, and I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep thinking about this tragedy.
And how do you
Everybody feels the same.
Well, talk to me about your kids, because I know you were talking about just that linkage. That's something really important where you grew up with it, your kids, how are they taking it?
Yeah, my 17-year-old girl, she was so shocked. She was staring at the TV last night. She couldn't stop watching. And she isn't too much into news, you know, like teenagers are today. They're more into series and movies, but she was...
You know why ain't nobody into news nowadays? Because this boring. You know what I'm saying? My wife told me stop cussing.
That her eyes were glued on the set because she was shocked because it was a memory, a nice memory she had, because my husband used to take them there to the zoo and to the museum, and I couldn't go so often because I was always on duty as journalists are, but I went myself when I was little too. But they used to go with my husband, and they were very, very much in shock, as everyone is. Everyone is in shock, and we are thinking, how can we do this to our heritage? How can we treat our culture like that? And everybody is ashamed, shocked, and thinking what could be done before to prevent this. And a lot could have been done, of course. And also they say that there wasn't water in the hydrants nearby. It's something unbelievable, don't you think, in Brazil?
Yeah, that's another point. If you look at my other little video I made, I say little because it was short, and that was the reason I made this video, because I feel like this is important. I need to give it more attention. I need to talk to y'all about it, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the fire hydrants didn't have no water, you know what I'm saying? So on top of it burning with, what's it called? Lighter fluid on it. On top of them barbecuing the motherfucking museum, when the fire department do show up, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no water in the fire hydrants. Ain't no water in the fire hydrants. Somebody had to turn the water off to the fire hydrants. Come on, man, y'all know how water work? Ain't nobody that stupid. And I know y'all don't have to Google how the water come to my house. Like, come on, man. This is Hawk School. You in the wrong class.
It's a big economy, even though we are through a very harsh period in terms of the economy. Not having water in the hydrants near the museum is something that it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Marita, thanks so much for talking to us. Certainly a tough day for you and so many others there. Appreciate it.
Okay, so you see it. You see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You see what's going on. So they done burnt down the museum with all the indigenous artifacts with the Luzia woman. But, you know, we're going to go ahead. We're going to keep it going. And let's see. We're going to keep it on artifacts today. And we're going to go and check out. We're going to check out one more video. This with Glenn Beck exposes Smithsonian Institute Ancient American cover-up. Because, see, this is the whole thing, bro. I made the video with the black so-called freedman, so we know that was a dark-skinned Indian, a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Dark-skinned indigenous, American indigenous, Aboriginal, autochthonous, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man, that motherfucking Indian. He was a nigga and an Indian. We know that he had a 1667 land deed to land in Manhattan, sitting in some white boy basement, you know what I'm saying? So where's the documents, you know what I'm saying? Smithsonian be taking everything and stashing it and hiding it, all the giants and shit. And we gonna do a video on just the giant cover up, you know what I'm saying? Cause when you be looking in the Bible, if you own the Bible, I don't know if you believe in that. You know? For real, I ain't even gonna front. I'm at a point with myself, I don't know what the fuck to believe.
Just move on up toward your destination.